Engagers, this is Professor Game, where we interview successful practitioners of games, gamification, and game thinking who bring us the best of their experiences to get ideas, insights, and inspiration to help us in the process of using games and gamification in our daily lives, for example, to learn what we are teaching. And I am Rob Alvarez. I work at IronHack, teach at IE Business School University, and so much more, and host this podcast. If you have an extra second, please go ahead and subscribe for free to our email list at professorgame.com/subscribe. Engagers, we have arrived to 200 episodes. Isn't that absolutely amazing? I mean, I definitely thought, I was always thinking that I would keep pushing forward. I would have, that energy, that thing of going and pushing for it and getting to wherever we had to get to. Definitely, I thought that. But, you think about it and then it's like 200. Wow, that's a huge number. That means for 200 weeks, we've been hearing of each other every single Monday, coming back, having interviews, having special episodes like this one, because this will be a slightly a special episode as well. And I want to say that I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited about having all of these episodes, hopefully bringing a lot of value to each and every one of you, to inspire you to keep moving forward in whatever you're doing in the games or the gamification world. This is super, super exciting for me. It's a great time for me to share with you because it has been, again, thanks to you that I am here. I'm convinced that without an amazing audience like the Engagers, I don't think I would have made it here, and hopefully continue further on as well. This has been an absolutely wild ride of every single week getting to meet this new or even old friends, to be there and to provide inspiration, answering all of these questions, to give all of that value. And just like in games, it has been definitely, and that's why I was talking about you, the Engagers, about the guests as well. There is a definitely a big part of this that makes it a social experience. Just like in games, many of the gamification designs as well, there is a social experience. We are definitely wired, our brains are wired there to be social, to be part of a tribe, part of a group, part of whatever you want to be. It's part of a pack of other human beings. And that sense of belonging, that sense of being together definitely motivates us to keep pushing forward, to do great things that we are able to achieve, not just by ourselves, but within that pack, that group, that social experience that definitely pushes us to be better every day. And I want to say definitely that you have been pushing me in that sense every single time to get better, to be hopefully a better podcaster, to be a better gamification designer and consultant, a better teacher, a better professor. All of those things I am definitely inspired as well every single day by you, by the guest, by my students. And I'd like to definitely thank you for all of that. Definitely thank you for hanging around for 200 episodes, 5 episodes, 50 episodes, whatever you have been listening to. This, I hope, will be bringing you a lot of value, a lot of inspiration to do your own things out there. Like in games as well, the experience of sort of logging in every day or every week, in this case, is also rewarded. I have to say that the podcast has brought me many, many interesting, exciting opportunities that we could be talking about for quite a while. But today is not the day to be talking about that. It is definitely the day to be talking about these 200 episodes, this celebration of sorts that we are doing today. Because again, just like in games, that has been a rewarding experience. Just, logging in every day, putting in the work, the farming, whatever it is that you want to call it within a game, definitely brings, at least within the game, brings its own set of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards for sure. However, it is also important, and it also happens in games, that we also need to take breaks. Sometimes, you're stuck with that final boss, you don't manage to get through, or you're trying to solve that puzzle, and what you need to do, and I don't know if you've experienced this as I have, or as many times as I have at least, you have to take a step back. Sit back, relax, maybe leave the game for a day or two or a week or whatever that is. Once you come back in, many things are so clear, so obvious, because you were so focused for so long that you need to take a break. And that also happens here in Spain. August is like, at least in Madrid, you feel like the city is emptied, and there you can hear what we call bars here in Madrid is mostly like a cafeteria experience, but you can even see these cafeteria/bars that are closed during August. They say, we're on vacations for August. We won't open from this date to this date. They're taking their vacation. They're taking their time off. Forget about the business, and they're taking that break, that time to recharge their batteries. I know we've heard this expression of, recharge your batteries a million times, and it might sound even corny, but it is important. It definitely is important. I can tell you that. Maybe I'm not the best person for taking those breaks. I can tell you, and my wife can attest to that. I do work a lot on weekends doing episodes, preparing classes, doing things. So taking breaks for me is definitely difficult because there are so many things that can be and probably sometimes even should be done that I take every opportunity that I get to be working and to be advancing on that. But I have taken the example here in Spain of saying, look, you know what? We also need a break, and we've been doing it every single year. It does require some preparation. I'm recording this episode in advance. By the time you hear it, I will be, hopefully, if things go well, we will be at the beach enjoying some nice vacations over there, having a great time to recharge, to relax, to reflect upon everything that has been happening in the past few months and maybe even years, and see how we can pivot, how we can look forward. Where did we get stuck? What was that boss, not letting us progress in the game? What was happening there? Taking a step back and thinking about those things, because creativity, games, all of these things need breaks. You cannot just play a game for, a month without sleeping, eating, resting, etc. So I do definitely encourage you to take those breaks as well. This is also very, very important, not just putting the nose to the grindstone and working and doing all the things that you have to do. That is very important, but it is also super important to take those necessary breaks. I can't stress it enough. This is not only a mental health thing, which definitely is, but even for productivity, you want to be more productive, you want to do better things, you want to be a better gamification consultant, a better teacher, whatever it is you want to be better at, you definitely need to take those breaks. You need to take that rest, you need to take it with you, and you definitely need to continue playing and doing all those things, because you do need breaks. And sometimes games, for example, they can be our own form of a break. You're working, you're doing all these things, and then you sit down, you relax with your phone, with your console, with your PC, whatever type of game that you like to play, and you sit back and relax. You take that break, that rest that is definitely very, very needed for us to be able to make that next push forward very, very strongly, to have that energy to make that push, to have that energy to do all of those things that we definitely need to do. So take that opportunity, learn from the experts, all the people who take their rests and do great things after their rests as well. Take those breaks. The best creatives, the best everybody in the history of mankind also definitely had breaks. And sometimes the breakthroughs come from those breaks, from that rest, from that relaxation time. So it is definitely very important. And I'm going to take the own advice that I'm giving you right now. And hopefully, again, as I said before, by the time you hear this episode, I will be at the beach doing mostly nothing, just resting, relaxing, maybe looking back, maybe making some reflections, and maybe even not. Maybe the reflections come afterwards, because that break, that time for not thinking about those things, is what allows us to push forward, to recharge those batteries, and to come energized for so much more. So cheers. Here's to you and us together and these 200 episodes. Cheers to taking those vacations, that time off. I don't know, when do you take it? You can be, you could be a winter person, you could be a summer person, spring break, autumn, or or fall break, whatever that looks like for you. Definitely go ahead, take that break, take that time. Take that time to celebrate as well. For me, I have realized the importance of celebrating milestones, and I'm celebrating today this milestone with you, these 200 episodes. So cheers to that. Hopefully you have already subscribed or followed in whatever podcasting app you are listening to. That, as you know, that helps very much. And it is absolutely for free. It costs nothing to you, but it does help us continue to build this amazing community of the engagers to continue inspiring the world through games, gamification, playfulness, and all of the things that we love to talk about during the episode and with our guests and with you, with the audience. So, let's interact anywhere you want to do that. There's social media, there's more apps coming up, and many ways to interact with podcasters. And we will be hopefully meeting there in conferences and whatever comes up. So again, cheers to you, cheers to 200 episodes, and I will see you there.